Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're up to day 4 of the NLP Coach Training and Certification series. This is a very powerful day where we start to use a process called timeline therapy. Now, timeline therapy is a trademarked process that enables you to release any mental or emotional block. Things like fear of success, fear of failure, the fear of criticism, and even those unresolved feelings of guilt. It enables you to do it in a very short amount of time, which means you can be free from all those mental and emotional blocks that hold you back. As we begin the day, we start with a process called Journey on the Timeline. Now, the Journey on the Timeline is a regression technique. And what we know through years of research is that there's many cultures that report on past lives. And our students today have learned how to use timeline therapy techniques to have a past life regression. In the moments ahead, I'll be sharing with you some videos of our clients having past life regressions, having memories of living multiple lifetimes and many thousands of years ago. This process also enables you to look out into your future. And we have clients here who believe that they were going to die at the age of 55, but now to realize that they've been able to extend their lives. More clients have gone past this lifetime in multiple other lifetimes beyond this lifetime, and some of them have returned back to the source energy. And it's a fantastic experience that I recommend that everybody do at least once in their lifetime. So in the moments ahead, you'll see a glimpse into these journeys on the timeline and what our coaches are learning to do with their clients. So go ahead, watch the videos now, and I'll speak to you in just a few moments.
Okay, that was quite a journey for me. I'm going to pre-frame this by saying that when I came here, I believed I was going to die before I was 55. So let's start this journey. Going backwards in time, I went back to training room last week, went training room the month before. Back in time further to one of the houses that I renovated and lived in probably about 20 years ago. Went further back to playing rugby when I was about 13 or 14. Went back further then to being in front of my mum's house, talking to a guy about his chopper bike and how cool it was that you put your foot backwards and it stopped it. I went back to my birth and saw myself being lifted in someone's hand, and then went back further to being comfortable, warm, cozy in the womb. Past lives, not really significant. I could see myself maybe in trenches during wartime. Further than that, it was just going through different lives to, well, at one stage I was so far back I was like Barney Rubble. I was Stone Age. And then creation, a bright light, and that's when I feel my life started, at this creation point. Going forward from now, saw myself going on holidays next week. So I'm in Spain from next Saturday for a week. See myself in the future. Busy at work. I've got an order book. I've got money in the bank. I've got thousands of pounds in the bank within a few months, which I'd never seen before. Saw myself about a year from now. I know I said I wanted to lose weight, but I've never ever specified basically the belly behind the rib cage. So there I am with the belly behind the rib cage, white shirt, dark trousers. Went beyond that, 8 to 10 years. I'm standing in front of the house that I live in at the moment, which is was one of my goals and now is one of my real goals again. So I'm standing in front of that, own the house, have a Chrysler 300 in the driveway, for whatever reason, but it's there in the driveway. It's saw my family, grew up. I get old and wrinkly. I figure a number had come into my head about 90 years old. I remember sort of passing sort of 65 and joking with the guys that I need to be really nice to you now because you're going to pick my old folks home. Went beyond that to 90. After 90, I have no memory of this life. Saw myself going through energy. I can't say that I saw another life in front of me, but eventually ended up at the same light that I was created from, into this bright light. I honestly thought when we were going through that this light was being shone in our eyes. I'm assuming it wasn't, but that was the same light that I was seeing at my first existence as what I saw at the tail end. So that was my journey. So I'm going to get old.